To begin the Maschine quest, you must turn on the power. Follow the objective markers on your heads-up display and minimap until you reach the power button. Interact with the next two buttons marked on your map. Before interacting with the Dark Ether portal, ensure you have at least 500 essence.
That's what Project Sensation was. A gateway to another dimension. But why? For what purpose?
After entering the Dark Ether, follow your objective markers to the Dark Ether tunnel. Interact with it, which will cost you 500 essence, and it will drop you in front of a machine part. Collect the machine part, return to where you found the Ether portal, and interact with the ghostly Pack-a-Punch machine to construct it. After being returned to the overworld, find the next Ether portal marked on your minimap, interact with it, and quickly locate 3 Ether scope parts located in the yard, the crash site, and the particle accelerator. Take note that only 2 will spawn initially. The third one spawning is based on picking up either of the other 2 parts. Once in the overworld, find the crafting station located on the bottom level of the particle accelerator and interact with it to craft the Ether scope.
It's our lucky day, Strike Team. We have new orders from the Director. We are to shut down the dimensional breach in an effort to contain the spread.
Enter the Dark Ether once again using the portal found in the medical bay. Once you enter, be sure you pick up Dr. Vogel's diary next to the computer. Observe the spectral reflections found in the medical bay, the control room, and the particle accelerator. Take note that you must interact with each of these twice, as after you see Dr. Vogel, you must hand him his diary.
Anomaly detected. Processing.
Vogel, 3rd of April 1944.
You do not have to wait for each reflection to finish. You can interact with the next one immediately, although you must wait for the final reflection that you interact with to finish before you are returned to the overworld.
Anomaly detected. Processing.
Ulrich Vogel, PhD, 22nd of August 19...
Return to the medical bay and interact with the computer to initialize Der Wäschler. Next, you'll need to kill a megaton and the 2 bombers that split from it. Once you kill the second bomber, be sure to pick up the keycard quest item that it drops. Before you do split the megaton, allow him to throw his orb at the mushrooms on the tree in the pond. This is not the spit attack, this is the large orb that he throws with his hand. Bring the keycard to the small room in the corner of the weapons lab, then interact with the panel next to the glass case to retrieve the DIE remote control. Bring the remote control to the living room and you'll see a crack in the wall with some blue light emanating from it. Behind this is a skeleton. If you interact with it, the DIE machine will begin to suck in air. You'll have to use this to suck in roughly 30 zombies. Once this is completed, interact with it again, and it will discharge everything that it's sucked in, allowing you to pick up the DIE machine.
Oh, of course. Leave it to the Nazis to create a weapon that literally spells out die. Do you think they even knew they were the baddies?
Discharge a round from the DIE machine. Then use your aim button to suck the empty canister on the penthouse towards you. Bring this empty canister to the weapons lab, drop to the lower level, and insert it into the glass tubular item. You'll have to bring a plague hound here and kill the plague hound nearby, and it will absorb some of the plague hound gas. Bring the plague hound gas to the weapons crate with the vines atop it. Interact with the crate, then shoot the canister. Bring the DIE Nova 5 back to the medical bay and shoot the foot of Der Veschler with the green bottom. Bring the DIE shockwave to the pond, then shoot the side of the crate located atop the penthouse. Pick up the empty flask that it drops, then place it under the mushrooms that the megaton charged earlier. Give it some time to fill up and you'll be able to pick up a filled flask. Bring the filled flask to the medical bay, interact with the weapons crate, switch to the DIE cryo emitter, and shoot the foot of Der Veschler with the blue bottom.
Appears to be some kind of chemical freezing agent.
Enter the dark ether, find the dark ether tunnel located in the crash site, then shoot the electrical box located directly next to the ether tunnel in the crash site. Pick up the fuse, go to the weapons lab and drop to the bottom floor, and interact with the laser drill looking object. Then when you return to the overworld, go to the weapons crate atop the truck in the pond, interact with it, and you'll get
It pretty much just fights fire with fire.
the DIE thermophasic. Use this to shoot the foot of Der Veschler with the red bottom. Enter the dark ether, then locate the 3 orange ether crystals in the pond, crash site, and bedroom. You'll have to use the suction function of the DIE machine to absorb their energy, then discharge it into the weapons crate located in the particle accelerator. Take note that you may only carry one of them at a time, so you'll be making 3 trips. After this, switch to the DIE electrobolt, then shoot the foot of Der Veschler with the yellow bottom. Return to the medical bay, enter the dark ether, then observe the spectral reflection located directly next to where the dark ether portal was. Allow this to finish and you'll be returned to the overworld. Pick up the ether tool that spawns where the spectral reflection was, then go to the yard. Interact with the tank 3 times and a zombie will pop out the hatch. Kill him, then throw a sticky grenade on the hatch. The tank will fire, and you must return to the crash site and pick up the golden decontamination agent that dropped from a tree. Bring it to the medical bay and interact with the box that it was stolen from in the spectral reflection. Next, you must bring 2 megaton bombers underneath Der Veschler. Der Veschler will absorb them. Afterward, return to the computer in the medical bay and interact with it to watch a short cutscene of them fusing into 1 megaton. Enter the dark ether, head to the Omega outpost, and observe the spectral reflection. When you are returned to the overworld, a photo will spawn. Pick it up and you'll be teleported to the particle accelerator. The megaton will give you a brief monologue, then you will begin the final sequence. He commands you to defend him, but you do not defend him so much as survive while keeping the zombies off of him. He cannot die. Your objective here is to keep them off of him. Otherwise, if he's too distracted with the zombies, he will not progress. He must destroy 3 separate components of the machine. Then, the whole map will begin to fall apart, and you'll have to do a short maze through all kinds of laser beams coming from the sky. I've left that whole sequence in my video. Once you make it to the pond, clear out the area just a bit,
That's all I need to hear.
and you'll be able to
Raptor 1 is
exfil.
inbound, strike team. Get the hell out of there. Raptor 1 at the LZ, Requiem action. Gotta go, let's move it. This is Raptor 1, strike team on board for extraction.